What's going on YouTube? Kaioken coming at you with the XY Wi-Fi battle. Real quick, before I get anything, I want to shout out my boy Leo 6 Hacks for recording this battle for me. As you can see, the nice crisp quality, because we're inside right here. Anyway, we got a battle against my boy Duncan, hashtag DuncanKneeDeep here. So, look at the team preview. I don't remember. This battle was a long time ago. I remember thinking Azumarill was a threat, and Mega Kangaskhan is very threatening as well, so I want to keep my Gorgeist alive. And I think Trevenant was going to be somewhat hard for me to kill as well with the current lineup I was running, because this was when I just had Pursuit on my T-Tar instead of Crunch. I believe that's at the point when I had this battle. Outside of that, I think I can handle the rest of his team pretty efficiently as long as I keep the corresponding mons I need to take care of his guys down. So now we should be getting into the battle. Alright, so I was thinking he was going to lead with Frostlass, but he actually led with Mega Kangaskhan, so I led with Rotom, because I thought he was going to lead with Frostlass. So what's going to happen here is, he doesn't know I'm Scarf Rotom, so he's going to switch his Kangaskhan out, fearing me to burn him, because he doesn't run Fake Out. So he's going to go on his Trevenant, and I'm just going to Volt Switch out, because like I said, I'm Scarf Rotom, I don't pack the Will-O-Wisp. So I Volt Switch out, and here I make a very questionable play. Instead of going to my T-Tar to get my rocks up or put pressure on him, I go right into my Goodra. And this does force him to switch out because he doesn't want to let his Trevenant take too much damage early game or potentially get O-Code. But he switches into his Mamoswine. I figured that he was going to switch out, but for some reason I thought he was going to go into a Azumarill, predicting me to go for the Dragon Pulse to, sponge the hit and be immune to it, but alas, he went into his Mamoswine. So I'm just going to switch into my Rotom here, because there's not much Mamoswine can do to Rotom. I just set up with Stealth Rocks. Now this is going to make everything a lot harder for me, because he has hazards and I don't. So right here, I know he's going to switch out, because why would he stay in against a Rotom? So predicting him to switch out, I'm going to go for a Volt Switch, as he goes out into his Trevenant yet again. And I believe I just rinsed and repeat here. Again, looking back on it now, I really misplayed by not getting my rocks up. But I'm just going to go back out in my Goodra. And I don't know why I went into Goodra. I really should have went to T-Tar, I got my rocks up. I guess I was thinking that I didn't want to get burned. And because I didn't have Crunch on it at this time, that the Trevenant would have just lived with a lot of HP left. So, I'm predicting him to switch out again, but not into his Mamoswine this time, I believe. So I just went for the Flamethrower, but looking back on it, that still wasn't a very optimal play, because even if he had switched out to his Mamoswine, he'd have Stick Fat, probably has Stick Fat, and it would still be able to take a Flamethrower really well. So right here, I figure he's going to go for either the Spikes or the Destiny Bond, and if he goes for the Destiny Bond, I don't want to lose my Goodra. So what I'm going to actually do is switch out to my gas pedal, gotta slow down, grab the anyway, yeah, I switched out into my T-Tar, because if he did go for the Destiny Bond, then he would just get knocked out by the Sandstorm, and then his Destiny Bond would just be, wasted, pretty much a wasted turn. So that happens, and now he's going to go into his Azumarill, and unfortunately for me, he has 2 layers of hazards up. So when I go into my Gorgeist now to sponge the superpower, wow, to sponge the Play Rough, I'm going to take a decent amount of damage before taking the hit. Get the Frisk off, see he's on the Choice Band, which, that's pretty standard. Choice Band Azumarill, it could be Citrus Berry, but this was early XY, so right here I see something terrifying, and that is that he got hit by Sandstorm first, meaning that his Azumarill is faster than my Gorgeist. So that tells me he's running Speed Investment, because naturally, base stat wise, Azumarill is slower than Supersonic Gorgeist. So that tells me he's running a little bit of Speed Investment on his Azumarill, so he probably dropped a few EVs from HP. Once again, I'm going to go to my Rotom, and I think I Volt Switch here. No, I might Hydro Pump, predicting the Mamoswine to come in. I definitely Volt Switch. I definitely Volt Switch out here, yeah. Why would I predict a Mamoswine to come in? That's just silly. He wouldn't do that. He's not that guy. Anyway, I Volt Switch, get a decent amount of damage off, I guess. I really wanted the T-Bolt, but I just didn't. If I had T-Bolted, it would have definitely been a 2-hit KO on his Rotom. Well, it would have done a good amount of damage. It might have done, like, I don't know, like 80% after 2 T-Bolts. But I'm going to Volt Switch into my Goodra, because the Goodra's on this team to take care of Rotom. He's going to Volt Switch out, and for some reason, at this point, This was back when early, like I said, early XY. So I was thinking that Yugioh was at least 90 speed. So I thought that he had run speed investment on his Rotom. So I thought he was slightly offensive. But that's not the case. The case is that Yugioh actually has base 80 speed. So for some reason, I just had that in my mind that Yugioh was faster than Rotom. Anyway, I'm gonna go for the Dragon Pulse as he roll switches out into his Mammoth as Death Fodder, because Mammoth did his job. He's got his rocks up. He doesn't need it for really anything else on my team, so just let it die. Here I just go for the Sludge Bomb because I don't have Sludge Wave. Not like it would have made that much of a difference. It would just brought the Zoom roll slightly lower. It's not enough to take it out, and it doesn't. It kills me with the Play Rough. The GUI activates, but that doesn't really matter because I, like the rest of my team, just outspeeds this Zoom roll. So that's all well and good. I'm gonna go my Rotom. Again, I think I just Volt Switch. When this time I should have just Thunderbolted. I believe I should have just Thunderbolted. I don't remember what he had left at this point. He had Trevenant, and a few other things. But right now, I think I'm up by 1 or 2 pokes. I think he just lost his. No, I'm up by 1 poke. It's 4-3 in my favor. So I'm gonna go into Diggersby. Because I kind of wanted to bait out the Trevenant. I think that's what I was going for here. Or no, I bait out the Rotom. What was I going for there? I don't remember. Is my T-Tar still alive? I don't know. Yeah, my T-Tar is still alive. So I go into my Rotom to eat up the Hydro Pump, and that does a lot actually. Probably because this Rotom has no defense, no HP investment at all. So right here, I mispredicted rather. I thought he switched out to his Trevenant like he's been doing in order to sponge it from my Rotom. But I guess at this point he figured out that I was offensive, so he just stayed in Hydro Pump predicting me to trick, or maybe he just didn't think that I would be able to, or no, I think that he thought that I was just gonna Volt Switch again, so he stayed in. But if I had Thunderbolted, I think I would have taken it out at the range of HP it's at right now. Maybe. Anyway, wait, would I have taken it out? I don't remember how much HP his Rotom's at approximately. Well, in any case, I think at this point the plan for me my plan was to get off a Stone Edge against his Rotom, hopefully do enough damage to kill it. If I wasn't able to kill it, I would just at the very least set up the Sandstorm yet again and set up my Excadrill so that it could potentially sweep the remaining 3 pokes that Duncan has left. Since my T-Tar just went down, I'm at 2. So I'm going to Digmon now, and thanks to the random battle information showing how many PP ups your opponent has used, I know that he's out of Hydro Pump at this point. So now's my opportunity to get up a free Swords Dance. So I'm going to do just that as he switch into his Trevenant. Now here I can have 1 of 2 options. I could either Swords Dance again, hoping for the Will-O-Wisp, or I could Rock Slide and hope to kill him or flinch him or something to that effect. So I just choose to go for the Rock Slide because in all reality, if I did go for the Swords Dance again and he gets off the Will-O-Wisp, I would still just be at +2. But if I had done that, that would have put me in a better position now, because now that his Will-O-Wisp does hit, he's not going to stay in. But at the same time, if I hadn't done that, he would be at more HP, so he would feel comfortable staying into to Horn Leech me. So overall, I think Earthquake or Rock Sliding there was the better option that I had. And right here as well, I was thinking that I should have Swords Dance again because his Trevenant was a low amount of HP, and I don't know why I just didn't Swords Dance again right there. If I Swords Dance right there, that would have put me in a much better position, except not really because he still has his Mega Kangaskhan to take this out. But as you're going to see here, he's actually not going to go for the Sucker Punch as he Mega Evolves his Kangaskhan. He's going to go for the Power Up Punch, and again, I was thinking I was just kicking myself for not Swords Dancing the turn beforehand, but at the same time, if I had, he probably would have just Sucker Punched twice instead of Power Punching. And I don't think, actually, no, yeah, I should have Swords Danced, because if I had Swords Danced, the Sucker Punch definitely wouldn't have killed me, because the Power Punch, no, Sucker Punch is stronger. I probably still would have died. Regardless, at that point I felt that it didn't really matter what I did because I was at a loss for this battle because no matter what I do with this Diggersby, he still has his Trevenant alive. So I have to hope to live this return or just I don't know, something, because I just Jigabree's Choice Bandit, so that'll be it for that. But yeah, that was a good game, Duncan. As usual, you guys know the deal. Like, I'm excited to finish all that good jazz. This is Kaioken. I'll catch you next time. Later.